Welcome to another one-on-one conversation here at OKPreps Media Days. I'm Michael Knight, sitting down with Booker T. Washington Jr., Gentry Williams. Gentry, let's go back to last season. Obviously, there were a lot of expectations going into the year, but at the same time, you still were a relatively young team. It was a little bit of an up and down year. What was some of your biggest takeaways from last season and what you guys learned from that rocky season?
What I learned, going through it all, we're still brothers at the end of the day. We still go through battles together. You got to go through war, to see a person's real true colors. And I believe we saw that, which is going to make us even stronger this year. With the 23 class, they came in with the mindset they want to contribute, and which they did. And that's really going to help us this fall.
For you as a guy, I think the last time you and I were sitting right here, it was in early August when you were getting a lot of pub as far as a national recruit right before the season. And a lot of people started talking about Gentry Williams. You were only a sophomore. Look, you just turned 16 yesterday at the time of this filming. So you were only a 15-year-old kid. How much pressure did you feel going into last season?
I felt more pressure trying to get a state championship more than anything. When you're at Booker T. Washington, you're going to get pressure as an athlete no matter what. So just to get a state championship is where I see the most pressure. But, if it's not pressure, I guess it's not worth it. So I'm all right.
That's right. Mentioned going into this season, look, at this point you have some experience under your belt. A lot of these guys have some experience under their belts. How has this offseason helped and been different compared to the last couple, knowing that you guys know what's expected, you've seen it, you know what you need to do to get the job done?
Word of emphasis this summer has been compete. You want to come in, you want to compete not only against your teammates but against yourself. We want to get better every single day. If you're not getting better, there's no point in coming out here. So that's what we've been trying to do. Coach Brown's been doing a great job of bringing that in ever since he got the head coaching job, and we're just trying to get better every single day.
What was the reaction in the locker room? I already know the reaction in the locker room when he got the job, but, what were those internal conversations like where, it seemed like it was, 100% support that he was the guy?
It was amazing. He deserves it more than anybody. He loves Booker T. He's been to Booker T. He's been through battles with Booker T. He dreamed about going to Booker T. So just for Coach Brown, I'm excited for him, happy for him, and what he's going to do to Booker T. Washington and the tradition here.
Now for you, you're also a track standout. That's where kind of that pub, nationally first came up. Like, this kid is, one of the fastest in the state. You didn't have a track season this spring. It got canceled. What have you been doing the last couple of months to try to keep that speed up and continue to work to get better, not only for football but also for track?
For both sports, just been staying hard, working hard, Once the track season kind of got canceled, I kind of locked in on just this football season and trying to perfect my craft with my feet and my hands, just trying to become a better football player because I know I need a big year with coming into my junior year. So I just been trying to perfect my craft as far as football, but still working on my speed training because that's my bread and butter.
Now for you, we mentioned this time last year, you started blowing up, getting offers from all over the country. When you take a look back at the last year for you, you're dealing with it as a young guy, and again, you still have 2 more years of high school ball. But at the same time, when you take a look back at how quickly all of this started for you, what's one of the crazier things that you witnessed and you didn't expect it to happen this soon?
It's a lot to start off with, but I'm just grateful to be in this position. But the most craziest thing is when you go to a college campus and you talk to a head coach and he knows your name. Like, he knows about you. He knows your times in track. Like, that's just amazing to me for a college coach. College coaches I see on TV every Saturday they know about me and they want to talk to me. And it's just amazing to me. I'm blessed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, and you're going to have some options out there. When it comes to that process, have you thought about the future as far as when you'd like to start narrowing things down? And again, you have so much time, but at the same time, I also know when it comes to big time recruiting, and you are a big time prospect, that you want to lock up your spot. You want to kind of not only lock up your spot, but also be able to start recruiting some other guys as well. Have you thought about the future and what your timeline looks like?
It's something that's crossed my mind when I want to start narrowing it down, but I'm just enjoying the process. This is not something you get to go through often. And, I'm very fortunate for the situation I'm in right now. So me and my family, we're just taking our time. We have a little bit lower than 2 years, so
Yeah.
I think I'll be okay. We're taking the process kind of slow.
Yeah. Look, I mean, if you sign in December, you got about a year and a half,
Yeah.
so you got some time. We just got done sitting in here with Keywan Parker, and one of the things that I mentioned as we were walking out the door was, I'm sure you're not recruiting Gentry to end up in Fayetteville. What's that like? Because not only do you have Keywan, but you also have former teammates and former Hornets who are all over the country, and I'm sure they're hitting you up saying, hey, this is the place to be.
Yeah. Keywan, it's been a guy. We went through this process kind of together. We started getting offers around the same time. We went to camps together, and we trained together. He's been a big brother in my life, and I'm just grateful for him. Being able to play Arkansas with him, that would be nice. He doesn't force me to go there, but he also, mentions it to me, which is just really great, just going through this whole entire process, which has been good.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I mean, it's one of those things where Booker T, the one thing is for sure, they're always going to have talent. They're always going to have some of the best players in the state. And so you're going to be able to rely on some of those other guys. It's always a good thing. When you take a look at the 2020 season and some of the things that, this team has to do to improve on last year, other than, correct some of the mistakes and things like that, you got plenty of talent coming back. But for you as an individual, what's something that, you're trying to improve on and try to get better at going into this year?
I'm just trying to make sure I do my part and, help this team, be successful. I'm going to try to make sure all the egos are gone. We don't want no egos in this team. We want leadership. We want people who can lead us to a gold ball. We want to take it 1 week at a time. And I just want to do my part, helping this team win. And now I'm an upperclassman. Now it's gone so fast that, it's my turn to help lead the younger ones to win this gold ball.
And now finally, when it comes to this season, I mean, there's going to be a lot of really good games on the schedule. I mean, Muskogee's talented. Obviously, Bixby's the defending champs. Choctaw is a new team in your district, and they got a lot of talent over there. When you take a look at 6A2, and even throw in the West Side teams as well, is there one team that you can't wait to play, and why is that?
Obviously, you're going to want to say Bixby. But, for me in this year, in this aspect, I just want to take it 1 week at a time. Right now it says that we're playing sophomore week 1. So that's my mindset. Let's go get them.
He wants to play Bixby. He also wants to play Del City. He can't wait. No, look, I get it. I understand it, and you got the right mindset, and I can certainly respect that. But, look, I also can't wait for some of those games because 6A2 is certainly going to be more competitive than it's been in recent memory. I can't wait. Gentry, thank you so much for sitting down with me today and looking forward to seeing what you and the Hornets do this season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He's Gentry Williams. I'm Michael Knight, and this has been another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Days.